Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Andres Salazar. Very excited to have you here with me about this episode. But before we get into it, let's do a little bit of housekeeping. If you want to support this channel and me and to make sure that I keep doing what we're doing here, giving you content, go check out in the description below my Patreon. As a Patreon member for only $1 a month, you can do it just for 1 month. You get to help decide, curate, and design, produce this show. You actually get to tell me. You tell me what you want me to cover. You want me to talk about Alan Moore? We'll talk about Alan Moore. You want to talk about watercoloring comics? We'll do watercoloring comics. You want to talk about something completely different? Be a patron and you tell me what to do. You become my boss, okay? The other way you can help me is, like the video. Even if you don't like it, just do it for the hell of it. Or subscribe. By doing one of those things or both, you actually help me move me up in the algorithms of YouTube, and they unlock the doors, the coffers, if you will, and help this little dude out, okay? So we can make good stuff. Now, with that out of the way, let's get on to biznaz. We're going to talk about 100 bullets, okay? And I just had this idea literally this morning. I was like, man, what am I going to do? And I thought, let's talk about 100 bullets, but let's do an episode per issue? Should we just do 100 frickin' episodes of this show, one for each 100 bullet issue? That'd be kind of wild. It'd be kind of cool though. Here's the deal. This came out, I was in college. I bought it day one. Here's this issue. You can see I got it signed by both Brian and Eduardo over at Comic-Con. Oh, I don't know, 20 years ago, back when I was married to my first wife. So many moons. This to me, also I got Johnson to sign this. Damn, I got the whole freaking crew. Who does wonderful jobs on the covers. I give Dave 30% of this success, these awesome covers, by the way, just to keep that straight. Maybe the colors too. The colors, who's the colorist? Grant Golish, amazing. This, I shouldn't have been this around. This book basically came out to me in the golden age. I was in college. Powers was coming out. Alan Moore's ABC Comics, like Tom Strong and Top 10. All that was coming out. 100 Bullets was coming out. And this is the gritty, real crime story that I loved. It morphs into something more than that later on. We're not going to go into it. We're not going to spoil it. Or should we spoil it? I don't know. Maybe I won't spoil this episode, but comment if you want me to spoil it. We'll just talk as though we know the story. I think this is one of Brian's best works. This is Azzarello's watershed, perhaps what really brings him on the map and, brings him to where he is today. Is 100 Bullets is his thing. When you look at his little bios, writer of 100 Bullets. Oh, it's going to say Batman and Joker, crap like that. But it's going to say 100 Bullets. That's going to say that because I got awards. It was badass. It was like The Wire, The Shield, that kind of stuff, which is my bread and butter. It's brilliant. So let's stop jibba-jabbing and let's get into it, okay? Let's do it.
Are you ready?
Okay, guys, here we are. The first of possibly 100 episodes. That would be a full year for me to do, so we might not do it. I don't know. Let's just see how this goes. My ability to record these videos for you guys really is directly proportional to how many views I get. When I get a lot of views and I feel like people give a crap, then I'll want to do it. If I get 30 people, 30 views on a video, I just have no freaking drive to keep going. I'll be honest, okay? So show your love to this, okay? Dave Johnson, brilliant, great stuff. In this stage, it's a little more characters. a little more of that kind of cartoonish, tiny bit more than he does later on in his work. But the composition is what it's at, dude. The composition is where it's at. The colors. Let's do this. I love Eduardo Rizzo's work. He's from Argentina. He's a good dude. Brian, busting my chops. I was busting his balls a bit at Comic-Con. I always remember it. I talked to him about, breaking down story, and he said some kind of crazy shit. Grant Golish, really like the colors here. Yeah, it's digital. It's flats, which I like. There are some gradients, but it's great. I love the high contrast that Rizzo does. I love the inks. It has that Sin City feel. And right off the bat, I'm like, okay, this is real. Okay? We start off with our main character, Dizzy, and she becomes kind of the lead of the whole story, of the whole thing. Prison camp, not prison camp, women's penitentiary, dropping the soap. Okay, another thing that he does a great job is, not only does he do these great blacks and stuff, the contrast, because this could be a black and white comic, but I love the tattoos. I love the ink that he puts on all these characters. It's just badass. The hands, he uses the deadline, rapidograph. There's no brushes. It's all rapidograph with big ass swaps of blackness, which just works great, dude. I love it. He's one of my favorites, and I love this stuff here. This almost like a Tim Bradstreet, kind of textured clothing. Look at this right here. Look at this pouty face. This right there. This panel here is why he gets the comic gig. Okay? It's expressive. Look at those beautiful lips, the chin, the way that kind of comes up here. And then the other face behind it, slightly overlapping, showing some depth. Just great, dude. She gets out of prison, or jail. I don't know if it's prison or jail. I think it's just jail. But Dizzy Cordova. I think she's in Chicago, if I'm not mistaken. Does it say? Hang on. Do we talk about Chi-Town at all? I think it's Chicago, but we'll find out in a minute. She's on the bus out. No, I met a girl, I didn't meet her, but I knew a girl who had just got out of prison in LA. I was on the train, the metro, and she was there, and you knew she was just coming out of prison because she had a clear bag with all her stuff in it, and that's what they give you when you leave. You get like a big ass clear bag, a plastic bag of all your gear, and she had that on her lap. She was just coming out, and I remember some homeboy was like trying to talk to her and rap on her, and he was like, "Yeah, man, I see you just got out. I got out too a month ago or whatever." He's like rap on her, and I'm like, dude, this bitch just got out of prison, and you're gonna just start spitting game on her? Give her a freaking break. You could tell she was kind of not having it, but play gotta play. Okay. See, people who watch these videos don't get my commentary. You don't get this if you don't watch them. I love the little train here. So she's on the train home, and there's some old dude, Mr. Graves, great name, comes. He knows what she's about. He knows her family, Hector and Santiago. By the way, my kid's name's Santiago. So he knows something about her. What's this about? She's like, well, who do I know you? I know you, Isabella, Dizzy Cordova, 23 years old, released from Women's Correctional Facility in Statesville. I'm Agent Graves. Agent. So now we know there's like some kind of agency, organization he's with. And she's like 5'0". He looks at her like, no, try again. He breaks it down what's happened. she was arrested when she was 11 for shoplifting. She's had a bit of a rough life, made some bad decisions, some gang stuff, all this kind of gang banging deal. Meanwhile, Azarillo does a great job of juxtaposing dialogue and conversation with something else that's happening in the world that is either antagonistic or directly correlated to what the conversation is, i.e., great storytelling. They're talking about her having this rough life being a gangbanger. Meanwhile, we're watching this scene here of someone getting jumped. Okay? So we see the crime happen as they're talking about her past crime. By the way, the tattoo tear signifying that she's killed someone is just beautiful. And those lips, dude, come on. So good. And his gnarled up freaking hand is great too. So they run off with his gear. By the way, look at this wonderful, this is definitely Chicago. That's, I don't know the name of that building, but that's in Chicago. And you can tell by the freaking subway or the metro, whatever you call this, the L train. The Vice Lords, that's a gang. So he's giving her an opportunity for payback, right? And the opportunity, look at this. Isn't that a great picture? Love that, dude. It's so cool. The opportunity is you get this briefcase and you can make amends or get your vengeance, whatever you want to call it. Now we switch scenes. We got these guys, these cholos are doing their thing, talking shit. Now, what I like is, again, the realism, the lexicon, the talking. It's great. It's authentic. That's what we want. This kind of handsome little devil. He's troublemaker. But look how cute she, damn, this girl, just really well drawn. Really cool little baggy jeans. Just so like in the style back then. This was, when was this? Yeah, 99, dude. Like I said, 20 years ago. Yeah, 99. A simpler time. Okay. Notice the color palette is these muted warm colors. Even the blues, even the night skies are warm and almost kind of a grayish blue. And it's really, really well done. In fact, this is a good page to look at, color palette choices. It's good stuff. And even her blue jeans are almost like a purple, kind of bringing in the red, the warmth, right? So she's back. I think that's her brother, Frady, because Hector was the boyfriend. I think the guy got shot. Beautiful cars, Mercedes. I don't know if that's a chop shop or not. I don't remember. I don't think so. Again, kind of a little bit of that Frank Miller kind of feel to it. And so now these guys come into the deal. These guys, Officer Swirsky and Morgan, don't be scared, we're the good guys. We got wind of your parole down at the station. Figured we'd say hello. So hello. Yeah. This is interesting. These guys are not necessarily actually the good guys. Well, we're going to learn a little bit about them. Talking about her being gay, munching carpet. And then they find out she's got a gun. Not good. Which is really bad because carrying a piece is a parole violation. Not smart. Oh my gosh. This was such a good book by Seth Fisher. He passed away. Wonderful. Okay. Sorry, a little commercial break. I love the big old homeboy. So you ain't gonna believe this. They ran a check. Yeah, they let her go. For some reason, she gets to carry the piece. They give her back the gun. They don't know why, but for some reason she's got some connections. How does she got a free pass to carry? I don't know, but I'm gonna find out. Well, it's because of Agent Graves. Find out. Okay, so she opens it up, and she sees a gun, 100 bullets, and who did the murder. So part 1 of 100 bullets right there. We'll do part 2 next week, and maybe we'll just bang out a bunch of these. Again, if we get a lot of views, we'll do it. And if we don't, then forget it. We'll do something different. Thanks for watching. Appreciate all you guys for spending some time with me, and have a good one. Bye.